Good morning to all and welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Today's editorial is all about the political turmoil in Pakistan. The broad framework, there's a disturbance, political turmoil means a political disturbance. On the one hand, Imran Khan, on the other hand, Nawaz Sharif, with the support of the military. In this context, the editorial has used the word establishment. Let us start the session with the question, what is this editorial about? This or the editorial is about the political turmoil in Pakistan following the February 8 elections. Following the elections, there is a political disturbance. Good morning. Let us ask the question about the tone of the editorial. What is the tone of the editorial? The tone of the editorial appears critical and concerned. Critical means criticizing. Concerned because things are not going the right direction. Imran Khan is not getting the due support because of the role being played by the military generals. It says the word concerned has been used. Let us see how it starts. But today I have changed the approach. I will start with the words from this editorial. There are about 16 words. Once you know the words and the meanings, then I go to the analysis. It will be easy for you to follow. Let us start with the words on the first slide. Turmoil. The editorial has been written based on this word. Turmoil. Part of speech noun. A state of great disturbance, confusion, or uncertainty. You should also think of the word chaos. Chaos also means a state of confusion. Political turmoil. This is a typical word combination. Mandate. From this, you have to recollect the word mandatory. Mandate is different. Mandatory is different. Mandatory means compulsory. But in this context, it goes with elections. Mandate, part of speech noun, and authorization to act given for a representative. Whenever there are elections, the people of a particular state or a country give the power to represent them to a particular party, and that is known as a mandate. The verdict, the mandate, they have other connotations. This here goes with elections. Third word, subvert, an important word. Part of speech verb, undermine. Undermine means weaken. Undermine the power and authority of an established system or institution. Someone tries to undermine or weaken a particular system, then we use this word, subvert. Here you should also think of the word sabotage. That's also an important word. Level playing field. It is an idiom. While you're listening, if you know some words, synonyms, try to do value addition. If you write simultaneously the related words, you will be able to remember. Level playing field, idiom, a situation in which everyone has a fair and equal chance of succeeding. Elections are conducted properly. Good morning. Then we say level playing field. Everyone has a fair chance, no impartiality, and a fair chance, we say level playing field, an important one. Let us go to total 16 words are there. Conviction, we have got so many times, it's a legal term. Conviction, singular, convictions, plural. What does it mean? A formal declaration by the decision of a judge in a court of law that someone is guilty of a criminal offense. Someone is found guilty. Here you have to recollect four words. What are the four words? First one, innocent. Innocent has two different meanings. One meaning, everyday English, he is an innocent person. But in this context, it's a legal term. Innocent means a person who has not committed crime. If the judge, imagine there's a case in the court, the trial is on, at the end of the trial, the judge thinks the person who has been accused has not committed crime, then the judge declares that person innocent and the person is acquitted. You have to recollect the word innocent goes with acquit. And if the judge thinks the person who has been accused has committed crime, then you have to think of the word guilty. Guilty also goes with everyday English, but here it's a legal term. When you make a mistake, you feel bad, that is feeling guilty. But here, guilty is a legal term. What does it mean? It means a person who has committed crime. When the judge thinks the person has committed crime, then he says the person is guilty and the person is convicted. Convict. Convict can be a verb, can be a noun. As a verb, we say convict. As a noun, we say convict. Here, convictions, a formal declaration by the decision of a judge in a court of law that someone is guilty of a criminal offense. Bar can be a noun, can be a verb. As a verb, in this context, prevent or prohibit. Prevent or prohibit someone from doing something or from going somewhere. He has been barred to enter that particular place, means prohibited to enter. It has many meanings. Defect can be a noun, can be a verb. As a noun, there is a defect in the system. There is a flaw. Defect means what? Flaw as a noun. But here it is a verb. As a verb, to leave a country, political party, not a country in this context, political party, especially in order to join an opposing one. One member of a particular party leaves that party, goes to another party. That is known as political defection. What is the eighth word? Run up. Run up takes the preposition to. A run up to means the period preceding a notable event. Imagine elections are fast approaching. Before that, whatever happens, we use the term run up to general elections. An important expression. Dismantle. Dismantle part of speech verb. It means to take, such as a machine or structure, take apart, to tear into pieces, to separate into pieces, so that it is in separate pieces, as I said. Tear apart, take apart a particular thing, and it goes with things, machine, structure. Nemesis, an important word. While learning editorial vocabulary, do remember some words are easy, familiar. Some words are important, unfamiliar. You have to spend some time. This is an important word. Nemesis, part of speech noun, the inescapable agent of someone's or something's downfall. Someone is very popular, someone has had power for a long time, but because of one particular person, that person may lose power. Then we say nemesis of someone, an important word. Exile, part of speech noun, it can also be verb. What does it mean? The state of being barred from one's native country, typically for political or punitive reasons. Punitive means punishment. Someone has been sent out of the country because of political or some other reason, then we use the term exile, an important word. Catapult, last week we got part of speech verb, to throw someone or something with great force. He has been catapulted. The company has been catapulted. Leverage, an important word. Quite often we get this word, part of speech verb, to use something that you already have in order to achieve something new or better. Already you have something, you try to use it in such a way that you get something better. Generally, I say leverage, to make the maximum advantage of something, to use something to the maximum advantage, leverage. Maneuvering, an important word. Maneuver, part of speech verb, the action of moving or moving something with skill and care to handle something. Coalition party, that coalition government, that means adjective. A temporary alliance for combined action, especially of political parties forming a government. No single party gets a majority. A few parties join hands, they form the government. Then we use the term coalition government. Prevail, prevailing, part of speech verb prevail. prove more powerful or superior. It has two different meanings. One meaning, prove more powerful or superior. The other meaning, prevailing conditions, means what? Existing conditions. These are the words from today's editorial. Now let us go to the editorial. How does it start? How does it go? Pakistan in turmoil on the Pakistan elections and results. Political disturbance based on the elections. After the elections, a lot of disturbance, turmoil. But what is the main idea of this editorial? Instability will follow any attempt to subvert the mandate for Imran Khan. The focus is more on Imran Khan. As I said, there are two players. After the elections, two players emerged. One based on the mandate, Imran Khan deserving to become the prime minister. The other one, Nawaz Sharif, and he is being backed by the military. Instability. So Nawaz Sharif and the military, if they try to subvert means what? To spoil something, the prospects of something. You can also think of the word sabotage. Instability will follow any attempt to subvert the mandate, the verdict given for Imran Khan by the people. That should not be done, the editorial opines. Pakistan's elections on February 8th were not held on a level playing field. Level playing field already have said. Now you have to recollect a field where everyone has a fair chance to win. Pakistan's elections on February 8th were not held on a level playing field. Generally, when you read the editorial, you have to think of what is the statement, how does the editorial substantiate. Usually, they write a sentence that's a statement. They have to substantiate. To substantiate, they give some examples. It starts with elections. Pakistan's elections on February 8th were not held on a level playing field. Why? What could be the reason behind? Reason for that, why not level playing field? Former Prime Minister Imran Khan, arguably the most popular politician, has been in jail since May 2023, facing multiple cases and serving convictions. The main person is in jail, has been in jail, present perfect tense, since May 2023. Why? What is the reason behind facing cases and serving convictions, multiple cases and serving convictions? That means he has been convicted. Obviously, the main person is in the jail or in the prison, then it is not a level playing field. One reason. The editorial provides more examples. His party, first about the party leader Imran Khan, now about the party. His party, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf (PTI), was barred from using its symbol on the ballot paper, forcing it to field independent candidates. The party was not allowed to use the symbol, party symbol, on the ballot paper. Because of that, they had to field the candidates as independent candidates. His party, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf (PTI), was barred from, or prevented from using its symbol on the ballot paper, forcing it to field independent candidates. Second reason why not level playing field. Third reason, many of its leaders were also in jail or on the run. On the run, I should have brought it in a different color. On the run means absconding, running away from police, fleeing, on the run. Many of its leaders were also in jail or on the run, while others were forced to quit politics or defect to another party. So many problems related to the party of Imran Khan, and why the editorial opines it is not a level playing field. One reason, the main person Imran Khan in jail since May 2023. Second, the party was not allowed to use the party symbol in the ballot paper. Because of that, they had to field independent candidates. Third reason, many party leaders, either they were in jail or on the run, or they have been forced to quit politics or join some other party. All these are problems. What Pakistan saw in the run up to the elections was a systematic effort by powerful quarters to dismantle Mr. Khan's political vehicle. A new expression. Before elections, a run up to elections means whatever happened before elections, it saw something. The efforts by a particular group to dismantle Imran Khan's political party or political vehicle. What Pakistan saw in the run up to the elections means before elections was a systematic effort by powerful quarters, means the military in this context implied, to dismantle, make a particular party disappear, tear apart, take apart into pieces, dismantle Mr. Khan's political vehicle, in the sense political party. Pakistan Muslim League and PMLN leader Nawaz Sharif, once a nemesis, a person who is responsible, something or someone responsible for the downfall of a popular person, once a nemesis of the army who returned from exile. Exile means what? To be barred from a particular country. Exile in London. Led his party's campaign with the establishment's blessings. Now, why is it not level playing field? First, editorial talks about the problems related to Imran Khan and his party and the party leaders and also the party symbol. Now it talks on the other hand, Mr. Nawaz Sharif, with the help of the military generals, on the other hand, he did not make the field a level playing field. Mr. Khan's political vehicle after that, Pakistan Muslim League and PMLN leader Nawaz Sharif, once a nemesis of the army who returned from exile in London, led his party's campaign with the establishment's blessings. Establishment has two different meanings. One meaning in this context, the military, the government, the one that has power. Establishment also means, imagine there is a king or a prince or the person at the top of an organization. He is very strict and disciplined and does not mingle with people, very serious kind of a person. Then we use the word, he is an establishment. That's a different meaning altogether. But if the generals thought these measures would destroy, the generals, with Nawaz Sharif, with the help of the generals, tried to dismantle the political vehicle of Imran Khan. But it did not happen. Based on that contrasting word, but if the generals thought these measures would destroy the PTI's political leverage and catapult their favorites to power, in this context, Nawaz Sharif, they were proven wrong by voters. So, what exactly does it mean that generals supported Nawaz Sharif and they tried to dismantle the political vehicle of Imran Khan? And by doing that, they thought Nawaz Sharif would come to power, but it did not happen. What is the reason? They thought but if the generals thought these measures would destroy the PTS political leverage advantage and catapult their favorites to power, who are their favorites? Nawaz Sharif. They were proven wrong by voters because voters decided in favor of Imran Khan. Independence won because the party was not allowed to use the party symbol. Imran Khan's party fielded the candidates independently. What is the result? Independents won 101 of the 265 seats. 93 went to PTI linked candidates. The PMLN secured 75 seats, while the Pakistan People's Party PPP won 54. And the Karachi based Mutahida Qawmi Movement Pakistan took 17. It talks about the various parties and how many they could win. To form a government, now the editorial talk tells us to form a government how many seats are required. To form a government, 134 seats are needed or required. It is in present tense passive voice. We need 134 seats, and 134 seats are needed. Present tense passive voice. This does not mean this does not mean that the PTI, whose independent candidates from the largest bloc, would be able to form the next government. The PTI got the major about 93. It does not mean This does not mean that the PTI, whose independent candidates from the largest bloc, 93, would be able to form the next government. It does not mean Imran Khan's candidates would be able to form the next government. When it was evident that, what is the reason for that? Again, the editorial justifies. Why can't they form the government? When it was evident that no bloc had an absolute majority, no single party got the absolute majority, once they realized that, when it was evident that no bloc had an absolute majority, Nawaz Sharif called on every party, barring the PTI, barring the Imran Khan's party, to form a unity government or coalition government, in other words. With Army Chief General Asim Munir backing Mr. Sharif's call, what followed was an in principle agreement between the PMLN and the PPP to work together for political stability. Because no single party got the majority, taking the advantage, Nawaz Sharif called other parties and wanted to form a coalition government. Eventually, what happened with the blessings or the support of the army general, and also they had an agreement, in principle agreement with another party. What is that party? PPP. And they decided to work together for political stability, to remove that political turmoil or chaos. All these developments point to political maneuvering aimed at stitching together a unity government that will keep the PTI and Mr. Khan, Imran Khan, out of power. All these developments, all these efforts indicate something. What do they indicate? All these developments point to or indicate political maneuver to handle very carefully or skillfully the situation or a person or a thing. Maneuvering aimed at stitching together a unity government or forming a coalition government that will keep the PTI and Mr. Khan out of power. If at all they become successful, they form a coalition government, obviously Imran Khan, his party PTI, will be out of power. The independents could also come under pressure to switch to the coalition parties. When there is a coalition government, possibility of a coalition government coming to, there's a possibility for that to come into power. Independent candidates will definitely, a few will try to jump. The last sentence talks about that. The independents could also come under pressure, talks about possibility, chances are less, to switch to the coalition parties, obviously. The PTI, which has already alleged electoral irregularities, has called for street protests, has called for President Perfect. And this particular party, Imran Khan's party, PTI, which has already alleged, again, President Perfect, electoral irregularities, perhaps not allowing them to display the party symbol, perhaps rigging. We don't know what exactly went wrong. Electoral irregularities has called for street protests, triggering memories of the widespread clashes in May 2023 after Mr. Khan's arrest. May 2023 has been in jail since then. When Imran Khan was arrested, May 23, there were widespread clashes. Now also he has called for street protests. There is a fear the same thing may be repeated, triggering memories of the widespread clashes in May 2023 after Mr. Khan's arrest. The military may have wanted to turn the page of Mr. Khan's challenge and create a new political reality through the electoral process, but the results have underscored his popularity. Underscore means to make something, emphasize something, to make something important, emphasize, underscore. The military may have wanted to turn the page of Mr. Khan's challenge and create. Turn the page and create means remove the old system and create a new system, create a new political reality through the electoral process. They wanted to do that, the military, but it did not happen. But the results have underscored, means highlighted, Imran Khan's popularity and public anger towards the establishment. Excuse me. Establishment means in this context military. For a long term solution, now editorial presents a long term solution. That is the opinion of the editorial. For a long term solution, the general should Whenever we use should, you have to think of the function. It is used to advise or suggest someone. One use the other function to express a possibility, but the chances are less. For a long term solution, the general should make peace with Mr. Khan and allow the spirit of the results to prevail, an unlikely outcome. What does the editorial say? Long term solution, they have to patch up with Imran Khan, make peace with Imran Khan, and allow the spirit of the results. The people are in favor of Imran Khan to prevail, means to exist, but that is not going to happen. An unlikely outcome means chances are very bleak for that to happen. As political parties that finished second and third are moving ahead with the plans with blessings from the establishment, now the editorial talks about the other parties, second and third parties. As political parties that finished second and third are moving ahead with their plans with blessings from the establishment. Here, second and third means the one is Nawaz Sharif's party, the other one is PPP with their plans with blessings from the establishment, from the military generals, public discontent, unhappiness, and distrust, lack of confidence or faith in the system would remain unresolved issues. These two things will remain unresolved issues, means no solution. With the PTI's challenge from the streets, Pakistan could face another cycle of instability and chaos. I think it ends on that note. With the PTI's challenge from the streets, means because the party, Imran Khan, called for protests in the streets, with the PTI's challenge from the streets, Pakistan could face possibility, chances are less, another cycle of instability and chaos. They saw way back in May 2023 that is likely to get repeated. That's all about today's editorial. A lot of words, 16 words are there. You have to spend time after the session. Now it is time for you guys to respond. Read the first question. What is the main reason behind the uneven playing field in Pakistan elections? Not level playing field. That means uneven field. What is the reason behind? Lack of voter turnout, legal challenges faced by Imran Khan and the PTI, foreign interference, economic instability. Easy to answer? Please respond. I'll wait for a few seconds. Good, I appreciate your response. Who is this? Shiva Prasad, Anand, Shilpa? They all say B. After that, Lokesh also. Legal challenges faced by Imran Khan and the PTI. Perfect. Go to question number 2. How many seats are needed to form a government in Pakistan? Based on facts. How many seats are needed? How many seats does a political party need to form the government? Please mention the question number 100, 134, 200, 550. 2B. Perfect. 134. What is the required number? 134. Question number 3, based on comprehension skill. What is the potential consequence of excluding the PTI from the government as mentioned in the editorial? Potential consequence means impact, possible impact, economic growth, political stability, public discontent and distrust, foreign investments. Here, obviously, you have to choose a negative option. You cannot choose a positive one. Economic growth, positive. Political stability, positive. Foreign investments, positive but not relevant here. What is the answer? Public discontent and distrust. If the military generals join hands with Nawaz Sharif's party and PPP, they may form the government, but they lose the trust of the public. It results in public discontent, unhappiness, and distrust. Question number 4. What did the military hope to achieve through the electoral process according to the editorial? What did the military hope to achieve through the electoral process according to the editorial? Please mention the question number. Now it is the fourth one. Ensure Imran Khan's victory. No. Create a new political reality. The military generals, they wanted to turn the page of Mr. Khan's challenge, and they expected to create a new political reality, clearly mentioned in the passage. Answer is B, not C. No, no, no. Create a new political party, a political reality. They wanted to create a new political reality. Answer is B, not C. Question number 5. What does the editorial suggest as a potential long term solution to the political situation in Pakistan? What is the solution provided by the editorial? Long term solution. Continued exclusion of Imran Khan, addressing the grievances of Imran Khan and the PTI, complete overhaul of the electoral system, military intervention. 5B, addressing the grievances, the complaints or the problems of Imran Khan and the PTI, his party. Perfect. If you have got all the 5 correct, you should be very happy. We got a few words yesterday. We got 12 words and one idiomatic expression. Try to answer, write the part of speech, write the meaning, keywords. You don't have to write the complete meaning. And try to add the synonyms, antonyms, whatever you know about that word, word combinations, word forms. That will help in the long run. Simply listening is of no use. Participation is very useful because during a live session, you know the word, you know the synonyms, you mention that, then you will be able to remember. That will consolidate your knowledge. Forum. First, you have to write the part of speech. Mention the question, the word number, part of speech, meaning. Very good, Anand. First one to respond. Noun platform, noun meeting or medium. Durga. That is also perfect. Once you write, I'll tick that word. I will go to the next one. Bugle. How do you pronounce this? Bugle. Conference, Shilpa, yes, conference, seminar, council. You can write all the related words, whatever comes to your mind. That will help in the long run. A platform for discussion, yes. But do mention the word number, very important. Only then I can say whether it is right or wrong. Bugle. Anand, first one to respond. Noun, brass instrument, usually used at the time of before a war. Military signal, as military signal. Wonderful. Part of speech, noun. Mount. No, second one is a noun, not verb. That's right. What does it mean? One is to rise, to climb, but based on the context, editorial context, to increase, to put in more effort, to increase something, magnify something. Mount pressure means increase pressure. Ascend, climb, they go with other context, but based on the Prime Minister mounted severe attack on the Congress party and its leaders. Mounted severe attack means increase the attack. You have to think of the context. Please go to the fourth one. Intervention. Intervene is a verb form. Intervention is a noun form. Interference in difficult situation to make it better. Wonderful. Who is this? Is it Kavya Shri? Very good. I appreciate that. Act of interfering to find a solution. Durga, that's right. The scope is mounted. That's a different meaning altogether, Siraj. That's a different meaning altogether. First, you have to write the meaning based on the editorial. Yesterday's editorial, they used the word. What was the context? What was the meaning based on the context? Then you can write the primary meaning. Primary meaning mount, climb, ascent, but based on the editorial, to increase something. Mount, severe attack on the Congress party. Intervention, obviously, noun, already have written. Interfere in a difficult situation to find a solution or improve the situation. Unprecedented, part of speech, adjective. Unprecedented event, unprecedented policy, unprecedented. When I make the combinations, you should know the part of speech, adjective. What does it mean? Never before, never done before. Very good. Never done before, never happened before. Unique, unparalleled is a better word. Unique has a different meaning altogether, Shilpa, but I appreciate that. He, in this context, never happened, never done. Never known, also, you can say. Cheerful, part of speech, adjective. He is always a cheerful, he is a cheerful person. Some people always smiling, happy, smiling. For those people, there's one important expression, idiom, happy go lucky person. Happy and optimistic. Kavyashri, very good. That is the right word. Go to the next one. Privilege. Privilege, part of speech, noun. What does it mean? Privilege. Privilege, singular, privileges, plural. Yes, Pallu, optimistic, happy, smiling, cheerful person. Privilege means advantage, uneven advantage. Okay, that's good. Right or advantage based on your position, status, or achievement, whatever. Breach, we have got many a time. Breach can be a noun, breach can be a verb. There is a breach, means what? There is a crack.